Hi guys, Keith Arkmark Farms. It is only middle of June when I'm shooting this, and it is hot out here. It's been 98 degrees yesterday, 102 today, and 102 tomorrow. We're gonna get a break on Saturday, and from here on out for a little while before it actually really gets hot when it's supposed to get hot. But I'm not sure when this video is coming out, but my plan here today is, got a piece of pipe here coming into the new pack house over here. My plan is that we're finding a problem at market because we no longer have a fan over our drying screen. And I really don't want to put a hole in the wall there, and I want this thing mobile. So what I'm going to do is set up a stand for above it to mount a fan on. Let me show you. So like I said, at market, lettuce sits out, it's in a bag. We're going through the normal process. We're going through spinning, putting on a screen, over to the table, bagged up. Great, getting most moisture out, not a problem. Problem is, the moisture we're leaving in there is now heating up and almost steaming the lettuce. So when we bring it back and cool it back down, it's wilted and we can't take it to another market. Never had this problem before, and I finally figured out why. It's because before we've always had a fan up here above the drying screen to get the rest of the moisture off. It is 100% not needed if your product never sits outside in a hot environment. I've had bags in the fridge, even here on the farm, for 3 weeks. Still looks great. Goes to the market once, gets up to 85 degrees, comes back, it's done with. We can't take it anywhere else to resell it. Traditionally we have been able to. So I think I figured out how to solve that. I'm going to get a stand over the top of this. Basically what I'm going to do is come off of the side right here, come up, bend over, and back down, and hopefully be able to mount a fan up there. I mean, I got plugins all over the place to plug it in. So we'll see. Let me show you. So to start with, here's our drying rack. Pretty simple. Just some 3-way elbows. I got those on Amazon. All 1.5 inch pipe, and then we got I think that's 1/2 inch hardware cloth, but it's coated, so it's all food safe. Don't have to worry about the galvanization on it. We just go down and make feet. My goal here is I'm going to drop a T in here and over here, and then we should be able to go up and across and be able to hang a fan from it, kind of like a clothes hanger up here. So we'll start by disassembling this thing and getting going. So the first thing I'm going to do is go around and remove all the ties around the table so I can get the thing apart. It's a good thing about using zip ties. I actually did this on purpose. But so if I ever need to work on it, clean it, or what have you, can very easily disassemble this and get it back together without any problem. This whole thing is put together with friction fit. There is no glue on this table. So again, when it comes to cleaning time or anything else, I can very easily take this table apart. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm only going to take off the 2 sides and what is the front, which is what is facing me. The reason I'm doing this is because why do I need to take that off? That's going to remain there. I need to get this post out of here and the other one on the other end, just simply so I can get these 2 out. So now this should come apart. It might take a little bit of messing with and a little bit of beating on. just like that. I do remember this was very hard in the first place. Yep. Anyways, I'll get that popped out of there and show you the next step. Okay, so those were a pain to get out of there. Now, I need to go through. You see those rings inside? From there to there? I've got to cut that much out of the center of this pipe. And the one thing to remember about PVC fittings is it will never slide all the way down there. So this is a little bit wider than this. I'll just go ahead and make my cut. Now, got a nice clean surface. We insert one side. Ooh, there's one thing I wasn't paying attention to. There we go. Exactly the same. And insert the other side. Wouldn't be a bad idea to mark 1 and 1 so you don't put them down and go, oh, those don't quite match, because I eyeballed them and they're actually not the same length. But now, insert the other side. The other side, simple as that. Ready to put them back on the table now. Now this table was originally 2 foot by 4 foot. So roughly came out 2 foot this way, 4 foot this way. The width here was determined by the width of the hardware cloth that we found originally. And the length was where it actually fit into the other building properly. But here it seems to work just fine as well. There we go. You can check it. Looks like it's fitting back together good. Now we just need to get our zip ties. And we'll start zip tying this thing back together. Because honestly, the hard part's all but done. Basically was making the table originally. There we go. And we'll just go through, zip tie all this all the way around like it was before, and then we'll get ready to determine our height for up here. So now I got all these zip tied back on here. Of course, I'll tighten these down, trim them off, and then we'll take them and actually roll them back underneath so you don't get caught on them or anything. But now we have to determine the height. I like things up above my eyesight. Unfortunately, I'm taller, and when I put them up here and I have to hang stuff up here to like move it or something or to activate it, other people can't reach it. So I have to take that into consideration. So what the plan is to come up and go over with my crossbar right about here, and then I can hang the fan across here with some hooks that can be removable very easily by anybody of any size. So get my tape measure out and I'll measure up and see about where that's going to be at, and say right about there. So start off, we'll go with 34 inches plus the fitting, go across and see what it looks like. Okay, got my 3 pieces cut, got my 2 elbow fittings. I'm just gonna slide everything together, one on each side. This one will go down in here. Put my crossbar on, and we'll turn it to where I don't have to look at the label. And then my other bar down the other end. Slide it all together. I'll move you up just a hair to see that. There we are. Just like that. we got a crossbar mounted. Let me move you out here for a second. So now we got a crossbar mounted above the table, which seems pretty stable. And now we're going to take our box fan right here and set it up to hang from this bar. I'm going to go through one more time, give a whack on each side, make sure it's getting tight. I won't glue any of this because I don't believe it should be glued. And that way it makes it easy to take apart, clean, sterilize. Perfect, food safe. Now the next step is just to go through and we're going to tie off some baling twine to the box fan itself. I'm going to make sure and do this in the same spots on both sides. What it looks like I'm going to need is a hook to get this back out of here. So I'll make one real quick. There we go. That way we can go in and hook and then bring our string back up to us. There we are. Just like that. And we're just going to tie our typical overhand knots. 1, 2, just like everything else. 3. Now I'm going to come down to the other side. I only want, let's see, I want to be able to tie a loop on it. I'll tie that down. It's only one about that much, so that'll give me basically like that. Then I can tie it down to find my middle to keep it from rocking. So I'm going to go ahead, cut off a little bit extra here. I'll get this other side tied up and I'll make sure to come back the same amount of spaces I did on the other side. That way everything's symmetric and it won't be rocking and bouncing around too much. And then same thing again. Just do 3 knots. 1, 2, and 3. And I'll take this, and I'll come down to where the screw is, because I know that's where the center is. Pinch that off there, and then I'm going to twist it. I'm going to tie one single knot with the loop I just made. And that should stay right about in the center, and that gives me a point to hang it from. Alright, I'll go ahead and do the other side and then we'll get to hanging it up there. Now with both sides set up, I just need to fashion some hooks so I can take it up and down. For that I'm just using my regular hoop wire. I'm going to go around the cut off piece of pipe. Just like that. And then I'll come back the other way. Make a loop to go on here, onto the loop. I'll go ahead, cut that off. There we go. And then I will crimp that down so it will not fall off. There we go. So now we got a hanging hoop so we can easily go up and over the bar. And I'll repeat that on the other side. So, fun part's getting 2 hooks to look the same, but I managed to get them close enough. The reason I put the hooks on here, so I can put it on here and take it off and put it down when I want to move the rack around. That way it's not swinging all over the place. We put it up top, put it into one of our plug-ins, switch it on, and there we go. Just simple as that. So, hope you all liked what you saw today. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank y'all. Have a good day.